A vast majority of Zambians are involved in agriculture, and what this means during times of crisis such as drought is that their livelihood is impacted, and this means they cannot provide for themselves, provide for the nation, and provide for their families, pushing them further into poverty, which tends to be the bigger overlapping development challenge in Zambia. So my research looks at understanding social protection system within a humanitarian context. In this case, the specific example would be the drought crisis. Zambia faced one of the largest drought scenarios last year in 2024. So the research actually delved into seeing how social protection can deliver for issues around poverty that are further compounded by something such as drought. On the quantitative side, we looked at budget trends in as far as how much are we preparing for crisis through social protection interventions. But on the qualitative side, we actually undertook very key informant interviews with stakeholders to understand really what is the problem when we are trying to mobilize and respond to a particular scenario, in this case being the drought. We find that while Zambia does have social protection systems in place, coordination has proved to be a challenge, but also one issue worth highlighting is the resource gap. So it took us 6 months to mobilize resources to respond to the drought. So it's quite important that we look at mechanisms that can also begin to actually resolve these challenges quite quickly. Key recommendations would include having a coordinated body that can actually ensure that social protection interventions are actually coordinated under one umbrella, but also ensuring that we are planning in terms of budget as well for our financing for social protection, in addition to any support that we may receive from donors. My story of change has been generating the much needed timely policy evidence that can inform future discourse. Working with UNU-WIDER has been very useful because they have been able to provide resource, both technical and financial, to allow us to undertake some key studies. So this collaboration has definitely been beneficial both for capacity but also for knowledge sharing, because I believe in more voices than one. Once we are actually capacitated to understand an issue, it becomes much easier for us to resolve it from a standpoint of solidarity.